Hey students, we're on lesson 9.5 and we're going to be talking about the mean absolute deviation, and this is also, they abbreviate this and they call it the MAD, the MAD. So mean absolute deviation is the MAD. That's what we're talking about today. If you can, all right, there is your bell work. I want this bell work today to be, I want you to do it on your own and turn this one in. So I am not going to give you the answers right here. I am going to look at your work. You can see right here that we have done a couple of these already because this one's the C version. So we've already done a couple. I want to figure these out on your own. So give those a try if you haven't already. All right, so some things for your vocabulary. I want to write this out. Mean absolute deviation. Now, we know how to find the mean. That's finding the average. So you're going to be doing that when you find the mean absolute deviation. You know what absolute means because we've been doing absolute value. That's also comes into play here when you're doing this. And deviation means change. So we're going to be looking at the change and how much it changes from the mean. So let's get into this and see how to do it. All right, so there is no practice on this. There is just your assignment. So we are going to go right into your assignment for today. All right, so you can see this assignment looks kind of different from what you're used to, but you know, not that bad. I'm actually gonna do two of these and I'm gonna have you do two on your own. So let's take a look at this first one. It says, find and interpret the mean absolute deviation of the data, and then round your answer to the nearest tenth if necessary. So it wants us to find the mean first. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to add these numbers together. And yes, you can use your calculator. So I have my calculator here. You can't see it, but I'm going to find the mean. And I'm going to do that by taking 78 plus 99 plus 90 plus 80 plus 55 plus 56 plus 102 plus 88 plus 60 plus 42. And that gives me 750. So that isn't my mean, but I am going to write that number down just so I can remember it. 750. Now, to find the mean, remember, you have to divide by however many numbers are there. And it looks like I have 10 numbers there. So 750 divided by 10, enter. That gives me 75 as my mean. Okay? So we've kind of given you this graphic organizer to kind of help you along with the process of finding the MAD. And it's really a good thing here. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer to this so I can really write more effectively. So I'm going to go, you know what? Place the mean here. I'm going to write 75 in every one of these boxes. Okay, now the deviation. We have to go back up to our set of data, which is right there, and we have to do some subtraction here. So we're going to go 78, 99, 90, 80, 55, 56, 102, 88, 60, and 42. Now, we found the mean. This is where the absolute part comes into play. We're going to subtract every one of these numbers. So 78 minus 75, 3. So you can use your calculator again if you need to. So 99 minus 75 is 24. Now we have 90 minus 75. We get 15. Now 80 minus 75 is 5. 55 minus 75. We get a negative 20. But that's where this absolute comes into play here. We're taking the absolute value of that negative 20, and we're just going to call it 20. Okay, so 56 minus 75, we get negative 19, so we're just going to call it 19 because we're taking absolute value. Then 102 minus 75, we get 27. 88 minus 75, 13. 60 minus 75 would be negative 15, but we're going to call it 15 because we're doing absolute value. And then 42 minus 75 is negative 33, but we're going to call it 33. All right, so this next part is really kind of simple. You guys see, whoop, I almost dropped my pen there. I am going to take these numbers and I'm going to add them together. So I'm finding the mean of these numbers. So I'm going to go 3 plus 24 plus 15 plus 5 plus 20 plus 19 plus 27 plus 13 plus 15 plus 33. I get 174, so I'm going to write that down so I can not forget it. And then I'm going to divide by however many numbers are there. And of course, we know how many numbers are there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to divide 174 by 10. So let's do that. 174 divided by 10, and I get 17.4, and that is your MAD. Okay, so let's do another one of those. So let's take a look at, I'll do number 4, and I'll leave number 2 and number 3 for you guys to do. So number 4, we're going to just do the same thing. We're going to start out by, and what's, I've said in most of these lessons, it's very important to put your numbers in order from least to greatest. You could do that if you really wanted to, but it's not really necessary. So whenever you're finding mean, you don't really have to put your numbers in order from least to greatest. It just helps for your other, when you're finding the other numbers that you're looking for, like range, median, mode, all of those things. So let's find the mean. 30 plus 46 plus 25 plus 45 plus 18 plus 25. All right, I got interrupted there for a minute. So we're at 18 plus 25 plus 15 plus 32 plus 40 plus 24. I'm going to hit enter, get 300. So I want to record that, make sure that I don't forget it. So I have 300. Then I need to divide by however many numbers are there. So I'm going to divide by 10 again. And I get 30. So the mean is 30. Now, I'm going to put 30 in all of these boxes right here because that's the number we're going to be subtracting from. So there we are there. Now I'm going to write my points of data in there. So just to make it different, I'm going to change the color. So 30, 46, 25, 45, 18, 25, 15, 32, 40, and 24. So now I'm going to subtract those. So 30 and 30, that's 0. 46 and 30, that's 16. This would be negative 5, but remember, absolute, we're going to use 5. 15, 18 minus 30 is negative 12, but we're going to use the absolute value, which is 12. 25 minus 30, again, is negative 5, but we're going to use 5. 15 minus 30 is negative 15, but we need to do the absolute value of 15. 32 minus 30 is 2. 40 minus 30 and 24 minus 30 is negative 6, but we're going to use the 6. Now, we're going to take those numbers, 0 plus 16 plus 5 plus 15 plus 12 plus 5 plus 15 plus 2 plus 10 plus 6, and I hit enter, I get 86, and I'm going to divide by 10. And I get 8.6 is my mean absolute deviation. All right, guys, for your assignment, I would like you to try that on number 2 and number 3. Give those a try. See if you can find the mean absolute deviation of each of those. Yeah, so number 2 and number 3, just to give a little bit more clarification, those are your assignment for today. Just number 2, number 3. If you need help, don't forget, you can always ask your teacher. Good luck, and until next time.